Hello everybody, this is Delpha, and today we're gonna play a game called Sunrider Academy. Again, I guess it is a visual novel, but it's not as well. Basically, I've played it for a while and it's pretty funny. I'm enjoying it so far, so now I'm sort of thought, oh, why as well record it, like I am right now. I'll probably, if you get interested in it, I'll leave a link in the description. I hope you're interested in it, it's pretty funny, again, as I said. Oh, by the way, I don't think there are any voice actors. I can't remember. So, I'm gonna have to do the voices myself. And now we have epic music. Captain Kyoto Shields gripped his arm rest as the ancient Ruvian lord spoke. It is over for you pathetic people. Your kind shall be reformed to service us. I don't think so. Heh. What can your pathetic vessel do against my full might of the Holy Empire? Now meet your fate. 4 more cruisers dropped from warp, joining the already sizable enemy fleet. Laser beams tore through the hull as the cruisers opened fire. Shields may have appeared confident earlier, but he knew he was running out of options. The commander nearly lost his balance in the carnage. She gripped the handrail while shouting that the core was about to go critical. He was getting tired of always hearing that. Couldn't she ever say something else? What could he do? Fire at the Vanguard again? But he didn't have enough command points for that. The Seraphim's awakening had worn off, and would be I'm sorry, and would be a missile massacre. The following turn. Both quantum torpedoes had been shot down by flank, and the Paladin was already out. Farewell, Captain. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Nah, it's not the end. Just dots. I threw my hands up in I can't even speak. Exasperation. I can't even pronounce that sometimes. I hate. I should be able to say I just can't for some reason. What a stupid game. How to pronounce that? Moo? Or Mew? Mew! You're playing that game again? This level's got to be bugged. There's seriously no way that they could have intended to have 4 cruisers show up on the 8th turn. Maybe I should go to the developer's website and make a post about it. No! You spent all winter vacation doing nothing but playing games. But at this rate, you might end up like one of those unemployed people. I know someone like that. The new term's going to start tomorrow, and you haven't even gotten your uniform out yet. What am I gonna do with you, Kyoto? Kyoto, I think that's how I say it. I crossed my arms. I wasn't about to get henpicked by my own sister. Work hard, play hard. That's what I always say. Oh, is that so? Then, are you finally gonna get yourself a girlfriend this year? Girlfriend? You always play those dating games on the Hollow, don't you? Of course. Something like getting a girlfriend is easy. Oh, that was his voice. Really now? Then good luck, Kyoto. And remember, if you flake out like you did last year, your little sister's going to be highly disappointed in you. That was only the 2nd year. Everyone knows that the real relationships don't start until the 3rd year. Really? Really? Ah, whatever. Just try your best, okay? And remember, Disappointed sister. Marai, I don't know how, Marai left the room, grinning ear to ear. If I am pronouncing the names wrong, I really apologize. As soon as she left, I began to regret my words. Girlfriend, huh? I opened my closet and got my uniform out. Just another quick thing. If you are interested in this game, you can either get it on Steam for the child's version, or you can get it on the main developer's website, which is the 18 version, which is what I got. I think the price is still the same. So, if you're interested in one of them, if you want to get it, if you just want to play it just for the comedy and none of the 18 plus stuff, then get the Steam version. If you want to have the if you want to have the moments, get the one from the developers page. Again, I'll leave a link. Tomorrow, I was returned to being a student of Sunrider Academy. It's a weird name, isn't it? Sunrider. Located at the heart of Sierra City, Sunrider Academy is an experimental educational facility which gathers the brightest young minds from across the planet. Just being accepted was considered a great achievement. Honestly, I'm surprised I got accepted. Even if I was mostly average, I guess I have one thing. Okay, this is sort of like I went a bit further than this, so I've technically seen all the characters already, and I know the gists of it. Basically, this is sort of like what points you'll be put into the beginning. So, wealthy will give me money, well-rounded would probably just give me a few points in every little thing. Good karma would be, I guess, luck. Charisma would be the heart. Intelligence, athletics. Over time, these two actually start going up, so you might not even have to do any work into those, which is good. Charisma, I think there's only one way to get that I've seen. Well, you can also buy things, so I guess that is another way. Stress is sort of like, you can't let your stress get too high or you end up getting sick and then you die. Very painful death. Homework, they give you homework which you have to complete. It'll explain itself. I'll choose intelligence. You can see the difference quickly now. Oh! Wait. So intelligence gives me less homework per week. Oh, I like the sound of that. I just want to see if there's anything else. Oh, good karma seems to push everything away. While intelligence and athletics seem to keep everything up high. What's about well-rounded? 15, 15, 15 and money. Plus 10 per month. Oh, that's good. It'll give you a little bit of a boost towards that. Okay. Anyway, so I'm probably just going to go into intelligence. A little less homework. I hang up my uniform and put my school supplies into my bag. That should do it. This story takes place on Sierra. I think I said that name right. An advanced world in the galaxy neutral rim. Sierra has a different orbit and I can't say that now. Revolution speed. I probably said that wrong. I'm sorry. Compared to our Earth, and thus has a unique calendar system. A day on Sierra lasts only 10 hours. To go into detail, every hour contains 100 minutes, and each minute contains 100 seconds. However, you need not remember this to play Sunrider Academy. Basically, I think it's like 10 days is a single week, but there's only like, I think there's about 10 months instead of 12, so it's something like that. Kyoto can perform one activity each hour. Further, he must sleep 4 hours a day. The duration of the weeks, month, and year differ as well. Each week on Sierra contains 10 days. The 5th, 9th, and 10th days are the breaks. All the other days are work days, as you can see there. So 5th day is break, and then the 9th and I guess that's 10th is also a break. A month consists of 5 weeks,
There are 10 months in a year, as I said. This may seem confusing at first. However, simply remember that there are 10 hours in a day, 10 days in a week, 5 weeks in a month, and 10 months in a year. If you just remember that, then you should be good to go. Your holo contains essential information, including the calendar, and blah blah blah. Magia time, yep. And there's no point in reading this. It's quite simple. And we have to impress our sister, of course. The end of the year was still far away. Plenty of time to figure things out, I suppose. I took a shower and got into bed. Despite my vacation ending, I felt optimistic about coming year. Yeah. Who knew the adventures were awaiting this year? My school life was about to begin. I didn't know there was a cutscene. Really? Oh god, it's getting worse! Oh god. Okay then. Oh, seriously? Oh dear. Just remember, I'm gonna have to voice act all these characters. Oh dear god. Anyway, I forgot there was an intro. One other thing, just to quickly point out, there's a lot of save points. I thought I got rid of all those. Heh. So basically, I'm probably going to have to either figure out how to delete those. Actually, there probably is an easy way to delete them. I just have to look around for it. Nah. Anyway. Oh my god, it's going to get confusing looking back at some of the stuff. Anyway. As the normal stuff. On Holo, we have our stats. Nothing too major. Actually, the one good thing about this is... the sad thing is, it doesn't disappear once you bring something else up, so you have to technically click everything to get rid of it. Usually, I concentrate on things over time. Anyway, this isn't actually the thing you have to worry about at the beginning. What you do need to worry about is this stuff. Member count, readiness, and morale. Usually, it's the readiness. Member count, not sure how much that matters. Morale, not too much need to worry. It's just readiness you have to worry about. So you have to get like readiness up for Kendo, Science, and Swim. And here we have the events. Well, that's the day we're on. Club recruitment, Kendo, Winter Festival, Swim. If you notice, there's no science. So the first month there's no science, but there is science the next month. So I know it's kind of like gets a bit kind of like you've got to like even everything out. So you can't play favorites. Anyway, I woke up the next day to the sunshine. The first day of school, huh? Well, might as well try my best. After breakfast, I left the apartment and found Ava waiting outside. Yo! Ava looked reluctantly at me, as if not worthy of her gaze. It took you long enough. Come on, let's go before we're late. It's still an hour until class. Did you forget? I have to get to school early to deliver the opening ceremony speech. Of course I didn't forget. I'm not just a... I'm just not a busybody like you. This is my childhood friend, Ava Crescentia. My favorite thing about her is her smile. Too bad that in all my years of being her friendly neighbor, I have never seen it. Uh, what's there to say about her? She's a highly performing individual with some empathy issues. She's way too critical about everything, and the only enjoyment she gets out of life is to be mentally outmaneuvering lesser minds, namely myself. Idiot. See what I mean? Despite that, I, Kyoto Shields, have been her loyal friend since we were young. Enough to bathe together. What? In the same tub. Not to confirm or deny, but any such cliché event ever occurred in our lives, I would not want to suggest any kind of special relationship exists between us, because it clearly did not. We walked through the city on the way to class. Hey, I said voice. Hey, Kyoto. Yeah? How does the duty of the student council is the student body? Is to the school body. I don't know. I'm reading it a bit too fast. Sound for an opener. What's up with the overly predictable statement? I'm sure it's fine. The old geezers in charge of the school don't want anything original in speeches anyway. Every year it's always the same thing. I wouldn't worry about it. You're being lazy. And the new term hasn't even started yet. Look, Kyoto. Every year the student council does nothing but fill out some paperwork. I approve the same events and make some speeches. This is our chance to bring a change. We're members of the Sunrider Academy Student Council. We have to leave our marks on our school's history. Ah, there she goes again. I'm pretty sure like the holidays in this don't last that long either, so meh. Where's my life goal was merely to be a humble student. Others are compelled to question the human condition. They think throughout life I must rise above the common rabble. What will they remember of me when I'm gone? What of my legacy? Often these thoughts lead individuals to join the student council and become campus leaders. And then the next thing you know, they get enamored to such notions. So that they decide to pursue careers in management or politics. And before you know it, people call them stuff like president, chairman, and captain. It's as if their names disappear and get replaced with titles. Well, let me just say that I have no absolute desire for any of that. I skipped a bit, but yeah. I have joined the student council not out of any sense of civic duty or for my desires of prestige, but simply to lobby against our old-styled uniforms. Seriously, what vestige, I don't know, of the old imperial system forced us to wear these ridiculous clothes? Always too hot during the summer and too cold during the winter. I hear that the school on the other side of town upgraded to thermoware wave uniforms 5 years ago. Some schools even permit holoware now. Holoware. So you mean like it's probably like a hologram version of a suit or something. I don't think that would work. Clearly there must be some kind of pork preventing us from upgrading our uniforms. Perhaps one of the school officials is close friends with the manager of a wool farm. I walked to school, conjuring in my mind multiple disgusting conspiracies keeping us from the hollowware uniforms. Before I knew it, we had arrived. Alright. Well, just make sure you stand up straight behind me while I am delivering the speech. No problem, I can manage that. Ava eyed me. What? Oh, it's her. I gotta get the voices wrong. She inspected my uniform, obviously displeased. You should have ironed your uniform. This is why we need hollowware. Ugh. Ava begrudgingly grabbed onto my tie and straightened it. She dusted off my uniform and tried to smooth out the wrinkles. I can't believe you call yourself the vice president looking like that. Excuse me, Prez, but this appearance is merely my strategy to appeal to the common student. Idiot. Ugh. Well, this is the best I can do. Just stay out of the lights, okay? Alright, alright. I stood behind Ava as she delivered the opening address, doing my absolute best not to yawn. Being in front of the entire student body, I was suddenly filled with a sinking dread that I had left my fly unzipped. No, Ava would have zipped that damn thing up herself during the inspection if I had forgotten such a I can't. Okay. Hope we can all work together to create a better. But what if she forgot to check? She is a girl after all. So the experience of leaving the fly unzipped would be totally alien for her. Maybe I should check just in case. No. Eva said not to make a fool of myself in front of the entire student body. The student council will always be there to listen. I nervously scratched my forehead. What a long-winded speech. With that, on behalf of the entire faculty and staff, I welcome you to Sunrider Academy. The audience politely applaud. I don't know if you guys can hear that. And I knocked my mic as well. Ugh, it's over at last. I withdrew with Eva, thoroughly relieved to be off the stage. As soon as the opening ceremony was over, it was time for our morning classes. Since Ava was a 4th year now, she went upstairs while I was on the 3rd floor with the rest of the 3rd years. An old-looking teacher introduced himself as Mr. Gray and began our class. Mr. Gray. And as you see, that's how the point system works. Yay! It's lunchtime. What should I eat? I'm not 100% sure if it does matter where you eat. I'll just eat here. Nothing happens anyway. Nom. Yay! Now that classes were over, it was time for the student council's first meeting. Look here, Kyoto. This just won't do. I opened a file called Club Reports on her holo and flipped through the page after page of forms. Some of these clubs have not submitted dues or membership reports for years. I knew the previous president was lazy, but I never imagined it would be this bad. I could feel my eyes glazing over as I looked through the paperwork. I threw my hands up. Is it really a big deal? As long as people are having fun, aren't the clubs fulfilling their purpose? Ava stared at me incredulously. Ugh. We have to get the clubs into order before anything else. I'm appointing you as club manager, Kyoto. Kaito. Thing is, since there's no voice acting, I can't exactly tell if I'm saying the name right. Go to the problem clubs and get their issues resolved. Got it? Club manager? I got slapped with a title already? Oi, you can't just... Ava crossed her arms. Or you could help me fill out these equipment used forms. A terrifying sack of paper sat beside Ava. Okay. I'll figure out what's wrong. Good. I looked through the club reports on my holo. It seemed that there were 3 problem clubs. The Kendo, Science and Swim clubs, as we have seen. Looks like I'll be managing all 3 of them. You can see club reports on your holo. Yep. Right, readiness refers to the current ability of the club to perform their activities. I need to have a look at this. Morale refers to the club's happiness. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be too much of a problem. Even if it's like low, There's not always a chance to leave. You could have it on 10 and nothing will happen. I don't know. Clubs require readiness to win competitions and bring prestige to the school. However, gaining readiness drains morale. If the club's morale is too low, then their performance will be negatively affected. Having more members multiplies the club's readiness, however. Ah! Okay, this is something I didn't look at before. I didn't realise that having multiple club members would affect the... Hang on, let's have another look. Having more members multiplies the club's readiness. However, chances to recruit new members do not come often. Actually, it kind of does come quite often. It's just they're trying to make it difficult. Anyway, okay, so that's a little bit, makes a bit more sense. So during, I'm gonna have to start remembering to get. I don't know how much a club member affects a simple thing. Managing each club stats is key to being successful. I need to get rid of that, or I can't read it. Successful club manager. Do your best. Well, let's check out the Kendo Club first. And prepare yourselves for very, very weird stuff. I enter the Kendo dojo and saw a girl just about to leave. Hi, are you in the Kendo Club? I'm the new club manager at the student council. Yeah. I don't know what voice to do with her. She eyed me suspiciously, as I was somehow already the bad guy. I'm here to talk to you about the dues of for your club. I can't. I don't want to be mean with the voices, but I'm trying to make it like a laughable character. But I can't make a voice. Give me a sec while I think of a voice. The Imperial Tax Collector has arrived! She bolted. What the? Well, I was firmly opposed to the notion of running a random girl down. I instantly gave chase. Hey, wait! She ran into the courtyard. Ah, for crying out! And the student council, your club hasn't paid its any dues for the last 3 years. La 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 la! Don't know what you're talking about! She picked up a watering hose from the garden and pointed at me. I'm a fire in my lasers! I narrowly leapt out of the way and took cover behind a tree. Sorry, I'm making this character seem like a maniac with that voice. She laughed as she shook the tree of water. That improper use of school equipment. Fortunately, the water lost pressure, and the stream limped down into a trickle. I've got her now. You've got a lot to answer for. I marched towards her. She backed herself into a tree. I got her now. Now, isn't it time you explain what happened to the dues? Not yet. As I gave the tree a kick. Fly, my children! I looked up and saw a horde of pissed off birds sitting on the branches. They all glared at me as if I had just ate their young. You ate our young! We're going to eat you! Ah! Sorry, I'm going out of character. What the? Suddenly, the world was leapt in flapping wings and feathers as the birds attacked me. Ah! Bad end. Okay, well that's it for now. Sadly we got a bad end, and I guess at the end of the story. Nah. And so, I, Kyoto Shields, became the first to fall in the line of duty. Whoever knew that being on the student council would be a matter of life or death. Are you alright? My senses returned to me. Maybe I overdid it. A bit? You nearly turned me into bird food. Sorry. Oh! The girl picked a feather off my head and held it in front of me. It's pretty! Pretty my ass. I crossed my arms. I'm Kyoto Shields from the Student Council. The president says you should be behind on you've been behind on your duties. The dues, you ask? Let's see. Altogether, I think you owe the school 600 credits. 600 credit? You could buy a nuclear warhead for that amount. No, you couldn't, you moron. In what kind of universe would would a weapon of mass destruction be that cheap? Well, well, the truth is, the girl suddenly prostrated herself before me and held up her credit chip. I'm sorry, I can only offer 10 creds. 10 creds. This isn't the due. Nope, it's a bribe, Mr. Manager. Oi, what do you think what do you think this is? Only guess. And you can't and you can bribe your way through anything. I don't know. I apologize. I sighed. So, what happened to the dues? I honestly do not know, Mr. Manager. You're the captain of the Kendo Club, aren't you? That's I am, Mr. Manager. So, isn't it your responsibility to gather the dues from the members and send it to the Student Council? That it is, Mr. Manager. But the truth is, people come and go so quickly, and, well, asking for money up front makes the first years reluctant to join. I'm sorry. I have no idea whether we've been, even bothered to collect dues in the past 3 years. How can you even operate a club without dues? Sigh. So I guess nothing's going to be resolved then? Huh? Sniffle. Are we going to get disbanded, Mr. Manager? She eyed me with puppy eyes. Ugh. Whatever. I've been put in charge by the president, who put the problem clubs back in order. So I guess I can manage a Kendo club until you've paid off back the dues. Does that mean you're giving us a chance? I shrugged. That's what I'm here to do, I suppose. Alright! Don't worry about a thing, Mr. Manager. I'll put these Kendo back, the Kendo club back into working order in no time at all. You'll see. What a sudden change of emotion. I'm Osaka Akarun. I don't know. I'd probably not just mention the first name instead of the second name. The captain of the Kendo Club. Nice to meet ya. She shook my hand very vigorously. Likewise. As I said, I'm Kyoto Shields, the new vice president of the Student Council. I'm looking forward to working with you, Mr. Manager. My name has been replaced with a title already. I got Asuka's contact info and her club times on my holo. So tomorrow I have work. I'll have to work hard to fix everything. I made my way to the science club. I really hope whoever's in charge of the science club was more normal than that crazy captain. Or not. Just as the thought passed, an enormous explosion shook the floor. The science lab steel floor flew from its hinges, and a fireball erupted from within. Did I just witness a fatal accident? I ran into the science room, coughing in the thick smoke. Inside, I saw an unconscious girl sprawled out on the floor. I picked her up in panic. Hey, are you alright? She rubbed her face, ruefully. Somehow, miraculously unhurt by the prior fireball. I guess I have to change the recipe. Suddenly, she noticed that I was holding her and jumped away. Ah! She looked away, at me fearfully. Awkward silence. I skipped that. Welcome to the bakery club. Would you like to try one of my muffins? The bakery club? But I thought this was... I looked around. Lab beakers, check. Chemistry sets, check. Lab coats, check. There's no doubt about it. This is definitely the science club. There's no way the girl offered a tray of muffins. They're quite good. Normally I would not accept food as from a complete stranger, especially those who miraculously survived a catastrophic lab accident. But there was something strange about these muffins. Their exquisite aroma, their fluffy form, the perfectly decorated canned fruit on the floor. On the top, I don't know. I couldn't help but take a bite. Holy! I had to research for days on how to find, how to replicate the fruit, before I realised the entire muffin was gone. I resisted looking at the tray of for more muffins. Blech. I wiped the crumbs from my mouth. I'm hungry now. Ahem. I'm Kyoto Shields from the Student Council. I heard from the president that your club forgot to submit a membership report this year. Are you the chairperson? She nodded her head yes. Are there any other members? She shook her head no. Is this the bakery club? What happened to all the other members? They graduated? All of them? Yes. So, what's the full story? It all started in my second year. A group of seniors suddenly came to me and said they needed me for the science club, no matter what. All I was interested in was the baking club, but the seniors really insisted that I join the science club instead. They even let me use the matter replicator to make pastries, as long as I helped with some research from time to time. So I guess those seniors all graduated and now you're the only member? She nodded, yes. You know, if a club doesn't have at least 5 members, it has to be disbanded. I thought so. I guess I can just use the oven at home instead. Don't worry, your club's not going to get disbanded. In fact, the president told me to get this club back into working order. Huh? You only need 4 members, right? The club's recruitment festival's next week. I'm sure you can recruit enough people by then. Anyway, I'll be managing the club from now on. Let's try our best to recruit more members, alright? I'm Shigara Ashada. It's nice to meet you, Mr. Manager. My descent into becoming a walking title continued. Oh, and be more careful from now on. We can't have any more of those explosions. Understood. I sincerely did not want any casualties under my watch. It would be bad if someone were to lose an arm or an eye from an explosion like that. I got Shigari's ID on my holo. I'm probably going to say her name's wrong. Looks like I've got a lot on my plate this year. There was only one more club to visit. It was getting late, so I wasn't sure if anyone would, from the swim club would still be there. I entered the pool. Nope, the lights were out, and the pool wasn't even filled with water yet. Looks like the swim club wasn't here. I'll have to come back tomorrow. Just as I was about to leave, I saw someone on the top of the diving board. What the? She was going to jump off? Oh shit, no. I ran up the diving platform and yelled my lungs out. Wait! I'm just at the beginning of my turn. Things can't get... wait. It's just the beginning of the turns. Things can get better. The girl looked at me blankly and not a trace of emotion on her face. Don't be stupid. It's still too early to throw your life away. She walked away from the diving board and returned to the platform. She was ghostly pale and showed as much emotion as a stone pillar. Seriously, what was wrong with this girl? Trying to commit suicide on the first day of school? The school has counselors who can help you. There's no need to do something so drastic. She looked at me and tilted her head. I looked down into the pool. We were so high up that I couldn't even see the floor in the darkness. Just looking down made me dizzy. Wait a minute. Don't tell me you were trying to dive off thinking the pool was filled with water. And you were so completely lost in your thoughts that you never noticed the pool was empty in the first place? I rubbed my face, shocked at the revelation. Had I arrived just a second later, she would have been a pancake at the bottom of the floor. I like pancakes. She stared at me, completely unfazed by the fact that she would now escape the appearing on the morning news. Why would you do something like that? You know it's dangerous to use the pool without the lights on. Practice. You wouldn't happen to be the captain of the swimming club, would you? She nodded her head. Of course. All the main characters are all going to be someone important. Like, we got the student council president, we have the Kendo captain, we have the lone science member, and now we have the swim captain. She really looked like another piece of work. With captains like these, no wonder these clubs all have trouble. I'm Kayata Shields from the student council. We should talk somewhere else. We got the diving platform. As I was saying, I'm from the student council. We haven't got any membership forms from the swim club for the past year. You wouldn't happen to have them somewhere, would you? She tilted her head. I figured as much. Look, if you're the captain of a club, you have to comply with certain rules. What? You don't even know what my membership form looks like? I opened my holo and opened one of the forms. It's one of these things. She looked at my holo curiously. You've never seen a holo before? I haven't seen a holo before. How do you not have a holo? You need to do your schoolwork and talk to friends? You mean to say you still write everything down on a pen and paper? What? You're too poor to even afford technology? I threw up my hair in frustration. I thought the Kendo and science clubs would be challenging, but this was a new difficulty tier of its own. There's no need for you to apologize. It's not your fault. You don't have enough money to afford a holo. I'll just get a stack of paper copies from the student council room. Make sure you fill them out, though. The president told me to manage the swim team until it comes into full compliance. I don't know, of this within school rules. I look forward to working with you. What's your name? Solar. No, last name. Solar. Interesting name. The mystery thickens. Since Solar didn't have a holo and there was no way to contact her except in person, this was going to complicate things. By now, it was late. It's already after hours. You should head home. We'll take care of this tomorrow. After bidding Solar farewell, I went home. Is that the end of the first day? I guess not. Once it gets to the next day, I'll save it, and that'll be it for today. God, so much reading when you have to play these games. Luckily, it's not a game full of reading. It's more or less that when a reading thing does eventually pop up, but you don't have to worry about it. I'll show you the next video anyway. So many of the things have happened today, and it was it was only the first day of school. It was obvious that this was going to be a very busy year for Smee. Who knew things would turn out this way? Club manager, huh? And all I wanted were just better uniforms. What has he got on his computer? I was strange it's like a reference to another game they've made. Maybe. What's that on the right? Okay. Okay. And all I wanted were just better uniforms. Just what have I got myself into? Oh, I guess that is the end. Yay! It's morning. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll probably play a little bit more because there's still a bit more you guys need to see about this game. I hope you guys enjoyed again. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. Thank you again, and goodbye.